I don't even remember when I started playing drums. That's the honest truth. I have stories from my family, my parents telling me that I'd started playing when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. You know, the mall drum set that you go to the mall and you buy your kid who's only gonna use it twice. And then eventually I got my first kit, like an old Ludwig kit, I think. And then very quickly after that, I started playing pearl drums. It's funny that now I'm back playing pearl drums now. I just wanted to play drums, I just wanted to play shows, I just wanted to be in the studio. Drumming has been a part of my life forever. I was always enamored with music and what was going on in pop culture. I was born in the early 80s. So by the time that I was old enough to watch MTV and to understand what bands did and what was popular then, you know, it was during the time of being able to see Motley Crue on stage and watching Van Halen and, you know, any slew of bands that were popular in the 80s. There's home videos of me where I'm sitting in the living room and I'm watching MTV. I'm like this. And my dad's talking to me and he's like, who's on stage? And I'm not looking at him and I don't look away. I'm just like, Van Halen. And then he says, who's the singer? And I'm watching, I'm like, David Lee Roth. You could probably pinpoint that back to the moment or around that time that I sort of made that subconscious decision to say to myself, this is what I want to do. I just started playing in little bands in my basement. I found people to play music with, they were all older, and then we started playing gigs, and it started off as like talent shows and variety shows and things at like summer camp or playing the variety show at my elementary school, playing drum solos, playing Wipeout. I think the thing that pushed me to make it into a career was a combination of loving the culture of what it was like to watch bands from a young age, but then also I really have always enjoyed performing in front of people. I run into drummers and students all of the time that box themselves into a particular style or that box themselves into writing or even learning one drum part for one song. The drummers that really inspire me are the ones that I look at and I feel like they embody the music. I'm very happy to fit into certain genres with the band, you know, with Periphery, but I don't think I've ever considered myself any one type of drummer, right? I'm just a drummer and my goal is to play music, not to be the craziest drummer playing the craziest drum parts. There's so many ways to experiment with different setups. Simply changing the sizes of the drums will affect the way you play the drums. Adding a cymbal or a drum or taking away a cymbal or a drum completely inspires new sounds, which is absolutely what I've done here. I think a lot of drummers look to set up their kits as big as possible and have as many tools as possible. Then they sit down and they don't know what to do. At the end of the day, it is just music. It's supposed to be fun and messy. When I started playing with Periphery, I needed a stick that would allow me to physically do less work because the music was very taxing and demanding, but still have the power. So I started using 2Bs. I needed something that had a much shorter taper, that had more weight at the top. These Signature sticks here, they're weighted just like normal 2Bs. They're 16 inches in length. They were designed to really help create a consistently heavy, fat sound. Imagine if it was slow motion on the drum head, you would see just a wave go out from the center of the drum based on how this particular stick, you know, impacts it, a tsunami. The orange color, orange has just always been my favorite color. I've been a fan of the Baltimore Orioles for a long time where I'm from. I've used them with rock music, I've used them with Periphery, I've used them with a lot softer music. With these sticks, it allows you to get a ton of power without having to flex muscles to try to make noise or make louder hits, right? Or to get that power. All you have to do is let it do the work for you, and you will get a loud, powerful hit without expelling any extra unneeded energy.